Hello. Right now we're going to talk about shingles. This is Girasol. She's never had shingles. I haven't either, but I have known people very closely who have had shingles. Shingles, according to Chinese medicine, are a damp, heat, toxic outburst. So dampness is just like it sounds. It's like that oozy part. If you see a shingle sore, sometimes they'll be oozing. Sometimes they'll be extra super dry. Either way, they're hot and painful. And then there's heat. Okay, so it comes from eating hot things, and stagnant energy, like kinetic energy, causes heat as well. Like if you're rubbing your hands together really, really fast, it's like it's trying to go, but it's just staying. It's friction. So basically what shingles are is a damp heat eruption on the meridians, generally, of the liver and the gallbladder. So liver is right here. Liver meridian runs through there. Gallbladder meridian runs through the whole side of the body. Sometimes I've seen shingles here. I've seen shingles here. I've seen them a little further down. Shingles is also related to regular genital herpes, and the meridian of the liver goes through the groin. So you'll see it there as well. The treatment for them in Chinese medicine has to do with quelling the heat and eliminating the damp. So basically, the immediate things that even a Western doctor will tell you to do is stop smoking, no coffee, no alcohol. Other things that are inflammatory agents will make them more painful. So milk and cheese of the American dairy industry, because of all the additives they put in them, hormones, and antibiotics, etc., they're going to be very inflammatory. You don't want to eat any of that. GMO wheat and corn products you don't want to eat. Anything with corn syrup, anything with chemicals in it. All chemicals are toxic to the body. It just depends on what your constitution type is, how that's going to come out, how the toxicity is going to show itself. So on some people, it may be shingles. So you can help them be less painful by consuming cooling quality foods like cucumbers, fresh vegetables, very alkaline foods, beets, roots, things that don't have a lot of sugar or any sugar in them. Sugar is also going to be an inflammatory agent. Vinegar, depending on what type it is, if it's like vinegar that your friend made in their cabinet versus some industry vinegar, it just depends. But you definitely want to take out all processed foods, all alcohol, all coffee, bread, cheese, pasta, processed foods. Phlegmy things are going to exacerbate the pain symptoms. The better you eat, the more real food you eat, the more healthy food you eat, the less outbreaks you are going to have. Now, the other side of shingles is emotional. Everything, as we know, is always mental, emotional, spiritual, and physical. You cannot separate them. So one of the things the liver does is courses the meridians. It's responsible for the smooth flow of qi. It also houses anger. So your liver is on your right side. In Chinese medicine and other medicines, the organs are holding places for emotions. So if you're not expressing your emotions, you're going to get physiological symptoms. Anything that is red and hot is going to be related to anger. So what are you angry about? If it's just coming out, it's because you haven't given it a proper outlet by itself, coupled with the fact that maybe your diet has not been the best. But it's not your fault your diet hasn't been the best, the society. Even though it's not your fault, it is your responsibility, once you gain awareness, to shift the way you are creating your life so that you are not having symptoms. So eating nice cooling foods is a great way to take down the blood pressure, take down heat symptoms. So if you ever get like steaming hot or so angry, I blew my top, that's language nuance is very real in what we're experiencing in our bodies. So what happens is the anger or the stuffed emotion is so like a kettle ready to, and then you get outbursts. For me, when I'm not taking care of myself, I get little canker sores in my mouth, and I've gotten that ever since I was a little kid. So it just depends. Nowadays, I know about my own life propensities and how I feel, and so then I can adjust my diet and my actions according to that. So when I start feeling it get in my throat or my mouth get sensitive, I know immediately I need to sleep more, I need to drink more water, I need to not drink, I need to not smoke, I need to do all of these things for myself to help balance my qualities. Okay? Hot or cold, yin or yang, excess deficiency, internal, external. So that's the 8 system way of diagnosing pathology in Chinese medicine. So yeah, shingles. What are you not expressing? How are you not expressing that? What are you eating? That's pretty much the big deal of where I see it coming from. Yeah, and there are medicines. Back in the day, one of the ways to help shingles, they would actually put gunpowder along the shingles, they run along the nerve endings, interestingly enough. They put gunpowder, and then they'd light it, and zzz, it's like super painful, but very, very effective because it was like fighting fire with fire. Internally, though, that's not how you want to work it unless it's like first catch. So you want to eliminate fire symptom-causing things: alcohol, bread, cheese, pasta, milk, flour, processed foods. Yeah, always write, comment, ask me more questions. Feel free to put your 2 cents in. I'm operating from my clinical practice, my Chinese medicine education, my anthropology education, my curanderismo background, and that's what I know. So tell me what you know, and we can all have a wonderful discussion and learn a lot. I'm really strong proponent of integrative forms of medicine and think that it is what we all need so that we can all be better, because not everything works for everyone. So how can we help each other? That's what I'm all about. So subscribe, tell your friends. Muse in Medicine.